up, you guys? Did you miss me? Because I missed y'all too. We are finally back with another Bible talk. So let's get straight into it. Today's Bible talk is going to be very juicy. Today's Bible talk is going to be on Saul and David. This is what happened after David and Goliath. So if you haven't watched the David and Goliath story, make sure you go watch it. Okay, so boom. So let's start off with after David did you know what to the Goliath. David became best friends with Saul's son, and his name was Jonathan. When they returned back home, the women came out singing. They were saying Saul slays by thousands and David slays by 10,000s. Saul got jealous because he was like, what do you mean I'm only by thousands and David by 10,000s? So at this point, Saul was jealous, and the next day, an evil spirit came upon Saul, and David, minding his business, David was playing his musical instrument, and Saul came out of nowhere and threw a spear at him. What? And at this point, it was just so many moments where Saul kept trying to attack David. But when Saul realized that God was with David, he started to get scared. So Saul tried to get rid of David because he was like, listen, I'm tired of seeing his face. This is what I'm going to do. He made David an officer in the army. So most of the time, David was in combat. So then Saul got to thinking, and he was like, I got to come up with a plan because I still want to get rid of him. So Saul was like, I need to bring him in close. I got an idea. I'm going to make him my son-in-law. Saul tells David about his daughter, and he's like, listen, y'all need to get married. So fast forward, the wedding is set, and when it's time for them to get married, Saul takes his daughter and marries her off to another man. Like, if you wasn't sure, you just should have never said nothing, playing with David's heart like that. So after Saul married his daughter off, come to find out his other daughter was actually in love with David. So Saul was like, this is perfect. Like, I have a second chance. So they tell David again, and they're like, listen, his other daughter is madly in love with you. David, like, I can't be no son-in-law to a king. He like, I don't have no money. I don't have nothing to offer. So King Saul was like, listen, tell him I don't want his money. All I want is for him to go to the Philistines and do you know what and bring back the evidence. Now, because of TikTok guidelines, I can't really say what happened, but make sure you go read it. So when David did what he was told, at this point, Saul hated David. So Saul gathered all his servants and his son, and he was like, listen, it's time for y'all to get rid of David. Because Jonathan and David were best friends, Jonathan was like, I gotta go warn my best friend that my dad is after him. So Jonathan goes to David and he's like, look, my dad is after you with some stuff going on. So what I need you to do, I need you to go hide. I'm gonna have a talk with my dad and then I'll report back to you on what's going on. So at this point, David is hiding and Jonathan goes to talk to King Saul, his dad. And he's like, listen, like, why are you trying to get rid of him? Why are you trying to, like, what is the purpose? What did he do to you? He didn't do anything to you. Like, he's been helping us this whole time. Saul was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm not gonna get rid of him. Whatever. Clearly, he wasn't telling the truth because he switched again and then he threw another spear at David again. So Saul is after him once again. Come back with part 2.